What's up, guys? It's ASAP Flash, and I'm back with another movie review for you. So, as I promised, like I said yesterday, I saw the movie Get Out. Totally kidding. I saw. What do you think I saw? I saw the Lego Batman movie, of course. So, I heard in the podcast this movie is kind of long, it's kind of lengthy. It kind of is because it's a 2 hour and 9 minute movie, but at the same time, it kind of doesn't feel that long because it paces itself appropriately. It has like it pretty much follows pretty good. Although it feels kind of awkward because like before the movie started, there was a whole bunch of you know kids with their parents, and I was like thinking, wow, this is kind of awkward. This is a family movie, and well, I'm just gonna enjoy myself. I don't really care. So as usual, the most times when I watch movies, whenever something funny happened or something funny to me happened, I'm the only one that's laughing. But this time I wasn't really thinking, oh, why the hell isn't anybody laughing? I could care less. It was like it's a movie that I enjoy. Anyway, so it has pretty much it feel this feels almost more of a homage to the Batman to the legacy of Batman than an actual. I mean, not saying that it's not an adaptation because it kind of is. It's a version of Batman set in the Lego universe, but it feels kind of like more of a homage, kind of paying respect to what came before. Especially there's several instances, but example that I caught on was like I mean not Affleck, but where there was his butler, Pennyworth, Alfred Pennyworth. Yes, thank you. It's kind of like there's been times in your past where you've been mopey, kind of essentially when you're mopey, and then he lists the years as he's listing the years. It's kind of like the Batman v Superman, Dark Knight Rises. I mean, yeah, Dark Knight Rises, whatever. And then he says, and even when you had this weird time back when the Batman '66 was like, you know. Adam West dancing like this and really like bright colors and shit like that, and I think and this whole movie is just great. I know there was a reference there. I kind of forgot what. Oh yeah, there's actually I'll kind of get to it a little bit, but let me just say, kind of like spoilers, I guess. When they say villains in this movie, they really do mean villains. They mean villains from every nerddom, from Lord of the Rings to King Kong to the Loch Ness Monster to all the way to Doctor Who. And I thought that was pretty genius. I mean, maybe the other audience members wouldn't really catch on, but definitely, most definitely, this movie is made for the nerds, and not only for the nerd, but for the kids and the parents or whatever. But to me, it felt like such a nerdy movie. I mean, it didn't feel like beat you over the head with the nerdiness, but it's like the nerdy references, like the Doctor Who dialects or Daleks, or I don't know. I don't really watch Doctor Who, but I know of it, right? And everything else. It felt like even the man that shall not be named, Voldemort. If anybody watches Harry Potter, I'm pretty sure some people watch Harry Potter still. Uh, but yeah, it was just so great. It felt like not just a homage to Batman, just specifically Batman, but it's just like the entire nerddom, and I thought that was great. Yeah, and then it's like so the movie. So it kind of I heard like in a podcast as well, like it kind of took place in the world of the Lego movie. Like if you've seen the Lego movie back in 2014, how it's like uh basically existed in mind. I thought it was gonna happen again, kind of like near at the end of the movie, it's gonna break out into reality or whatever. But it kind of didn't. It felt kind of like a kids version of that South Park movie. Well, not South Park movie per se, but like Team America, World Police, or some shit like that. By that sense, because it's like it's a movie involving toys, but yet they built their own world around it. And it's funny though because there's some scenes where like Batman or Bruce Wayne, he's chilling his lounge and he's watching a movie that's in our world, in our reality. It's I think it's Jerry Maguire, you know, and one of the main themes that kind of runs rampant, I guess you could say, runs rampant throughout especially the first two acts of the movie is like the fact that he's alone, the fact that he has this kind of complex where um he grew up without, well, not like grew up without a parent, but and it's funny too because it doesn't really beat you over the head like in previous Batman movies, like, oh, my parents were killed, oh, blah blah blah. But he just looks at this picture and he just goes off in a trance and just kind of like, you know, kind of the reason why he pushes so many people away, because he doesn't want to like have his family in harm or whatever. And there's like when they don't really say, I don't really think they say the character's name, but it's called Robin. You know, in the movie, it's like kind of like just step away from being like kind of just isolated and angry, and try to involve other people. And near the end of the movie, though, I thought it was pretty cool because it's like Barbara Gordon, she's Batgirl, obviously. Um, Robin. I mean, I forgot, like I said, I forgot the name of the character, but he's like, oh, how about I be Robin? Okay, sure, whatever. And for some weird reason, I don't know why, but Alfred is wearing the classic '66 Batman suit. With a blue, and then actually maybe not that classic, but I think from the animated series. Yeah, it's from the animated series. But I just think it's kind of funny, like the little references, stuff like that, kind of really pay homage. And like if you're a true Batman fan, you're gonna be like, oh, that's so cool. Like, look, focus more on the background than what's actually going on. Not to say that the plot is any bad, but it just I think it's just because it's a Lego movie, they could do all this crazy shit that they couldn't do in live action versions. Not to say that live action version isn't all that bad, but this feels like the Batman movie it needs to be. You know what I mean? I mean, because of all the previous iteration, they've been dark, they've been gloomy, they've been whatever, whatever. But this feels like the perfect blend of having heart, action packed, and it feels like a perfect blend of everything while entertaining everybody. And hopefully, and the funny thing is, though, it's like it doesn't feel. It's not like another production company produced it, and it's kind of like, oh, this is what you need to do. It's actually Warner Brothers that produced the movie that gave it the green light. So it's kind of like, at the same time, there's two different Batmans going on in two different in the same house. That's what I like to call it, the house. So it just kind of feels like, hey, Ben Affleck, this is what you kind of need to be doing, kind of involving the family a little bit. And I heard this one theory that basically the DCEU movies so far is kind of like uh, Man of Steel is about fathers. Man of Steel is about fathers. Batman v Superman is about mothers, and like the Justice League movie, the upcoming Justice League movie, is more centering the found family. So hopefully around that time, Ben Affleck, Batman, whatever, will kind of take his head out of his ass about like not having family and boo hoo hoo, sorry for me, and more of like focus on the family aspect. It's similar to how the Lego Batman movie was, and it just felt heavily on kind of like, hey, you don't have to do this alone, just whatever. So yeah, that's basically my review, my kind of thoughts about the movie. And I know it's an old movie, it's from last month, so I kind of have a playing catch up, I guess. And if I don't see any of the good movies, like I said yesterday, I could just probably buy them on Blu-ray. I guess there, dude, there's so much good movies like Moonlight. I think it's still in theaters. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's basically it with my thoughts and shit. Tell me if you've seen the movie, what you like and you dislike, and if you like what I do and you like all the stuff that I do on the channel, please like, subscribe, and join the notification squad so you get to get notified for future videos. I'm out like the Flash, and see you with another video, brother.